All right, who says membership doesn't have its privileges? Hey everybody, this is Paul, 125 Roller Coaster Challenge, and today's challenge is not spending 2 hours trying to get on this brand new ride here. We're at Dorney Park over here in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and pretty much today is a preview season pass day, so it seems like this would be a good day to actually try to get to this park and actually knock out our 2 goals. And what are our 2 goals for today? Well, number one is, of course, ride as many coasters as we can. We're at 27 coasters here for 2024, and we want to see if we can increase that to 30, 35 by the end of the day. And, of course, the second thing is every year at Dorney Park, there is something new, but this year there is a lot of new stuff. So we want to do our revisited Dorney Park video later on today too. So that is our goals for today, is to ride some roller coasters and film a what's new. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to knock that all out today. So sit back and relax as you get to enjoy our park day here at Dorney Park. So before we get too far into our park day there, some of you guys might have noticed the elephant in the room. So what am I talking about here? Well, our park day was at King's Dominion over in Virginia, and that was about 2 weeks ago. And we ended our coaster count at 25 coasters with Dominator. Well, if you just heard the introduction, you said we have 27 credits. So that math doesn't add up, except unless you know that in the last 2 weeks we went to Hershey Park twice. Now, we were hoping to go to Hershey Park and knock out the remaining credits that we had, but nonetheless that did not happen. So we ended up only getting 2 coasters when we were there. So our 26th coaster is my first coaster, Kylie's first coaster, and of course Ari's first coaster, and that was Trailblazer, the Arrow Mine Train down there in the Pioneer Frontier section. So that one got to be our 26th credit. Brand new brakes, it's running great. Our 27th credit was Comet. Now, if you know anything about Comet, this year Comet actually got brand new trains, which is fantastic, and we got to ride them. Now, usually I stay away from Comet because it has a huge line, but I got lucky. I got a front of the line pass, so I was able to enjoy Comet. So what did I think about the new Comet trains? Well, you're going to have to learn about that later on, because we're right here at Dorney Park. So this is all about Dorney Park, not Hershey Park. But that is why we are going to be riding coasters today, and they're going to be our 28th credit starting off, because let's be honest, we are here to ride. So which coaster should be first? Wild Mouse, Hydra? Well, after this montage, you're going to find out. Alright, so if you know anything about the 125 Roller Coaster Challenge, there is no doubt that we had to do the roller skate rule here, and we had to go to the newest attraction here. No, not Possessed, even though we will probably hit Possessed today. But no, Iron Menace is the brand new coaster here at Dorney Park here. It's a B&M dive coaster, and what's really impressive with this is it's got a small footprint. I'm not going to lie to you, it seems really short compared to a lot of the other dive coasters and stuff. But for this footprint, remember, this is where a laser used to be, and this is also where Stinger was. So they really expanded this whole area out. They added the flying buckets, which is their flyer. So this whole area is really great job what they did. And definitely check out our revisited video that will be dropping sometime in the next week or so. But all in all, this is a great attraction here at Dorney Park. It is our 28th coaster of the year. It is my personal 365th coaster. So it's always nice when one of your home parks ends up becoming a milestone coaster at like 365. But I want to kind of get the drop coming down here. They do have 2 trains, but there is no mid-course brake run. So that is something that you definitely need to be aware of there. It is a fairly short ride. So even though it takes some time to get the trains loaded and unloaded, it's really not their fault. It's more the fact that it's such a quick turnaround and such. But here it is going up the lift hill here. But there's two key elements of this, and the first one, of course, is the drop. The drop actually kind of threw me a little bit there. I was in the back row on the far left side. Now, it's not like Griffin or Shikra and them that have 11 rows. It's only 7 across, but the hanging doesn't bother me at all. But I was surprised I actually kind of flew out of my seat a bit when it actually released, which is about to do, it's about a 3-second hold. Seems like forever though if you're not used to it. Those screams are real because you do lose it. And then of course it goes into the Edelman. And then the other thing that's really good for me is the slanted loop was a neat little experience here. But yep, so I knocked this out. Now I'm going to actually backtrack a little bit here and do the revisit it with all the added features. I mean, even right here is a small little added feature for people to sit and relax with some different chairs. So they really rethemed this entire area, which is a great thing to do. When you get a new attraction like this, you better make sure that you are showing it off to everyone. So believe it or not, we got done with all the what's new in the Steel Yard section, and we're going to head over here now because we want to get on Steel Force, and we also want to get on good old Thunderhawk, which actually turns 100 this year. And I like the fact that they are promoting the fact that it is turning into 100. So it's always nice when the parks embrace their history. So you got 100 years old and about 5 days. So the two extremes there, but I know with Steel Force they actually have adjusted the cycle and the trim brakes, so it's going to be a lot better this year. I want to try it out there. It would be my 29th coaster of the year, but I definitely want to try that just because of the fact that the one thing I always had a problem with Steel Force was it seemed to always lag more than most coasters because of all the trim brakes they did, especially when you went into the bunny hills and stuff like that. So they mentioned that they knocked out the trims, so I'm definitely looking forward to adding Steel Force to our coaster count this year. And we'll let you know how that and Thunderhawk is, because we're going to go back to back and do both of those. So originally I was planning on riding this and Steel Force here and Thunderhawk, and then doing a quick little cut into, but I can honestly say that this coaster, Steel Force, really impressed me. I found out that they were changing the trim brakes this year, and I didn't think much about it. I was never a big fan of Steel Force, but I can honestly say that this bad boy was flying better than it's ever have. It definitely, it was an amazing ride, and I might jump on it again, which is something you never heard me say. This was always a ride I would skip with Steel Force, but with the new trims and all that kind of stuff there, with the way the cycle's going, I literally flew out of my seat the entire time. And it surprised me, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes coasters get better when you don't realize they're going to be getting better, and that is the case here with Steel Force. The lift hill's a lot faster, the trim brakes aren't hitting. That back end, when you have the double helixes in the back end, they were pulling some great G's. So even though I was never a fan of Steel Force, I always liked Morgan, their logo, but Steel Force this year, definitely make sure you try it again, because if you weren't a fan, you might be a fan. And if you were a fan, you might be a real big fan. So off to Thunderbird right here, Thunderhawk actually, to ride our 30th coaster of the year. Okay, so we just finished this whole area here, and we're going to head out to, not the new section of the park now. So, but we are about halfway done with our day at Dorney Park video. So, if you like what you saw so far, definitely make sure you like and subscribe. We're hitting 60 parks. We're at 9 parks right now. This one doesn't count because we were actually here earlier in the year for Winterfest. So technically this was our 3rd park of the year, but we are at 9 right now at the end of April. So that's pretty good there. It's the off season for us. And we're going to try to do about 10 parks a month for May, June, July, August, and September. to get us to our 60. But like I said, if you like what we do, this is our park day, but we have so many other different things like explorers and let's eats and stuff. Make sure you like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's go get some more coaster credits. Okay, so we're here on preseason preview day. So what is that really? Well, Dorney Park always every year kind of has an event there for the pass holders, and there's also things throughout the year too. So if you're interested and you are a pass holder, make sure you check out the site here. But here the preview days give us a chance to get on all these different rides like Antique Carousel, Apollo, Demon Drop, and of course the big one there is Iron Menace and stuff. But they got food and they got some gift shops open there, so there might be some things that we're not going to be able to show you today just because they're not open yet. But hopefully throughout the summer, if we see something that really catches our eye that we're sorry that we missed, particularly in the water park, make sure you check out our website, because we're going to be adding spotlights throughout the year to that kind of stuff. But yeah, preview day, it's less crowds, good time for us to actually get on Iron Menace and to actually show you all the new stuff. Okay, so we're finally on the top of the hill here after walking up past Planet Snoopy, and just jumped on Hydra, made that our 31st coaster of the year. And of course, this is April, believe it or not. It's like almost 80 degrees, but it is April. And the funny thing was yesterday, it was actually more like 40 degrees with rain. So the weather's been kind of weird here, but because it is April, none of the water attractions are really going right now. So right here is Whitewater Landing, and of course I walked by Thunder Creek log flume, and that was also closed. But getting ready to walk into the brand new Whitewater Tavern. Now, if you're familiar, this used to be a Chickies and Pete's, but they still have the other two. They have one in the park, on the other side of the park, and they have one at the water park here. But we're going to be walking through here, basically showing everybody the menu stuff, what they can get here at the new Whitewater Tavern, right here by the Whitewater Rapids. Okay, we just finished doing stuff for Whitewater Tavern, and right there's Planet Snoopy, but I forgot to look at the list there, so I want Talon, which is my favorite coaster, to be number 33, and I thought I could jump on the Wild Mouse right here, but the Wild Mouse is actually closed today. So what's going to actually work out better for me is I got to go all the way back to the steel section and jump on Possessed to make that number 32, and then come back here to probably still the top coaster, Talon. I just love Talon there. But so a little change of plans, but that's why pencils have erasers. But I'm going to wander over here too, see if there's anything new going on this side. Yet again, that's Whitewater Landing. That of course is closed. Thunder Canyon is going to be closed, and Thunder Creek is also closed. So all the water attractions are closed on this pass holder day. So I'm walking here through Planet Snoopy. I just bumped into the general manager Jess. Met her over at the winter chill out and stuff like that. She gave me a heads up over here. Usually, like I said, the biggest thing that we usually see this time of year at the kids sections is things freshly painted and stuff. But she actually gave me a heads up. There's some new stuff over at the Snoopy boutique. So we're going to stop over there real quick here, do some filming, and then I'm going to head down to the Steelworks yet again to make sure that I get Possessed as our 32nd coaster of the year. But yep, I'm going to check out all the new stuff at the Snoopy boutique. Now we're back down here over at the Steelworks, mainly because I wanted to get on Possessed, because I didn't read the fine print. Wild Mouse was closed, so I definitely want to get on Possessed, which usually isn't one of my favorite coasters, but you know what? It's definitely worth the ride. It's definitely unique. It's one you don't see every day. So, but we're back down here at the Steel Yard just because, well, that's where Possessed is. But also, might want to jump on Iron Menace again. Definitely a good ride. Definitely top 3. My numbers got kind of messed up a little bit there because I was surprised how good Steel Force was when I got on it. But we're looking over here, and this is what you actually walk into here. So you kind of just come into the steel yard and when you hug this side, you got yourself a good view right there of Iron Menace when you come across there. And then, like I said, Possessed is no slouch itself, so steel yard looks great. Great job by Dorney Park all around. Very happy with everything here, but let's go get on this impulse coaster. Okay, so people, I never do this. Well, Possessed I do, but I never actually go and get food while I'm at Dorney Park, just because, it's in my local park here. But when I talked to the general manager, they said Iron Mill Grill and Bar's got some fantastic food, and they sold me on the pork. So I actually got the pork sandwich, and I got mac and cheese. But then this was something I definitely had to go with. This is deep fried Tasty Kid crumpets. All right, so I am definitely going to take a bite of that right now, just because I am curious to see how they taste, because I've never considered a crumpet something I would have to deep fry. But so there it is. Let's try it. Oh, it's fantastic. It tastes like funnel cake. So that is something I highly recommend. So this is one of those things where you get the iron platter, and you get one entree. They have two types of pizza, large pizzas and stuff like that, flatbread pizzas. You can get their crispy chicken sandwich or the pork sandwich like I did. You get one side, they have fries, they have mac and cheese, and then I had to add on the dessert. $5, but that was amazing. Somebody from Philadelphia never would have thought crumpets would have been there. They're not the jelly crumpets, so don't panic. But all in all, food is fantastic. It's part of the meal plan. If you don't have the meal plan, it costs $20. And mainly because that was $6 there, so definitely worth it. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy this meal. So for years I used to always joke about, well, I'm going to go on I-305, now Project 305 at King's Dominion, and if I survive it and I'm not in bad shape, I don't need to go to the doctors. Well, Possessed might become the new one for me on that end. That thing was flying, getting more and more intense. I never liked the front spike. I always kind of liked the back spike. I liked the hold there. And then after that, I went over and did a quick little spotlight on steel yard gifts. But you know what? I'm back here, and I don't care what the line is. I'm going to go and jump on Iron Menace one more time, because I definitely want to get a feel for it. I'm looking at making the grade video at Dorney Park in the next couple weeks, and I want to make sure I know exactly how Possessed is as it goes up that giant spike right there, and I want to get a good feel for Iron Menace. I got lucky though. My first seat on this thing was one of the ones that you kind of want there. I had the back row all the way on the end, so I was kind of just hanging there, which I always love. So running over here, I'm going to hit Iron Menace, and after that, I might jump on Steel Force again, because I'm surprised how good that was. And then I'm going to end the day up there by Talon. So enjoy the medley. All right, we just got our 33rd coaster of the year, and actually our last coaster of the day that we need to get, mainly because Wild Mouse over here is actually closed. So we pretty much knocked out every one. We did Iron Menace, Possessed, Steel Force, which was a lot better than I remember it being. We also did Thunderhawk, which just turned 100. We did Talon, which is the best one there, and we actually did Hydra. So we got a lot of credits. I think we got 7 today. But like I said, this guy right in front of me right there, Wild Mouse, right there he is. Let me zoom in there. Come on. There he is. Yeah, he is closed today. Now remember, this isn't full operations. This is actually the pass holder day, so not everything was open. A lot of stuff was open though. We were very impressed with that. And it's a beautiful day. It's like 70, 75. So now, of course, there's one last thing that I need to do before I call it a day here at Dorney Park, and we're gonna see that in a few seconds. All right, so if you're fans of the channel, you know how I got to end my day. Best fudge around is Dorney Park. So I'm going to be buying, they got a good little deal here today. Mix and match, buy 3, get 2 free. So take my money, but definitely got to try the brand new flavor of the year. So here we go. That was our park day here at Dorney Park. And we got on pretty much every coaster that we possibly could have today. We went from 27, I think we started our day at, coaster-wise. And we ended up at 33 with Talon being number 33 here. Now, which is your favorite roller coaster here at Dorney Park? Let us know in the comments section. Also, while you're in the comment section, let us know, did you get a chance to check out the new Steel Yard section there with Iron Menace? Is that something that you're definitely interested in? Or do you think, I don't really need that kind of theming there? Yet again, let us know in the comments section. And once again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like this video to share with others and subscribe as we ride all the way to 125.